Fan, I just got the alert about what half hour ago. Yeah, things are really hitting the fan with the Chicago Bulls and Zach Lavine. They're trying to find ways to continuously do business with Zach Lavine, but it's not coming out successful. Well, the Los Angeles Lakers are actually not in pursuit of Zach Lavine. To be 100% honest, they're not. Rich Paul, who's the agent of Zach Lavine, 2 years ago he signed with Rich Paul in Clutch Sports. Hit the like button, good people. Hit the like button coming through the door. Appreciate it. I'm doing all right. I helped save the black guy's life today. So that makes me feel good. Now, back to this. Here's the news. Now, yeah, Zach Lavine is headed somewhere else. Yes, definitely hit the like button. Appreciate that. Well, Zach Lavine was taking the blame for a lot of the Chicago Bulls failures this year. They're 5-9. A lot of teams don't think they're going to make the playoffs. They've blown a lot of games, and a lot of people have blamed Zach Lavine, his lack of passing, his just shoot first attitude, no ball movement, and it's been like that for the past 2-3 years. Now, a lot of people felt like he was going to be traded last year, but it was going to be a sign-in trade. The Bulls ended up keeping him. They kept Zach Lavine, I thought, 2-3 years too much. DeMar DeRozan wanted to play with Zach Lavine, and after that first year of success, when they just caught everybody off guard, they drunk the Kool-Aid, and they kept DeMar DeRozan and Zach Lavine, who brought the Bulls out of obscurity, and everybody thought the Chicago Bulls would be this playoff team moving forward, and they're just not it. They're a 500 ball club at best. A lot of immaturity, but for the prices they're paying, people are performing way under par for what they're paying. Hit the like button, good people. So there's a lot of teams interested in Zach Lavine. Um, One of the teams were the Brooklyn Nets. They were looking at Zach Lavine. The New York Knicks was another team. The Los Angeles Lakers is just on the list, but as I told you, they're not really interested in him. They're more interested in DeMar DeRozan because his contract is more appealing, and they feel that they can get more out of DeMar DeRozan than they could Zach Lavine. Zach Lavine would be problematic probably for that team, but his contract is not appealing to the Los Angeles Lakers. But using the Lakers name to draw interest from other teams is what Rich Paul is doing. So they're creating all of this Laker buzz using people like Woj and people who are connected to the Clutch Sports brand. He's a Clutch Sports athlete, and to me, it's a conflict of interest when you have sports agents who's supposed to report the news, report fake reports through the news to generate other teams to draw interest in certain teams. Now it's agenda based. So Zach Lavine is like, look, either you want me or you don't. The Chicago Bulls will keep lying to him like they want to keep him. He's their star. Don't read the press. All of these things. And when he blew off that lady for an interview, he was mad because he felt they were lying because they are trying to trade him. They are trying to blow the team up, and they haven't really been protecting him. Donovan, a lot of people think is a decent coach. He's a great guy, great human being, but I don't agree with his coaching status at all. I think it's too collegiate what he's running, these remedial plays. There's nobody cutting to the basket. There's no ball movement. It's been like that for the last 3, 4, probably 5 years of the Chicago Bulls gameplay. So, well, Zach Lavine is like, I've been a good soldier and I haven't said anything when I want to be selfish and I took the high road and let everybody else shine. I need to be selfish now. That's how Zach's looking at it. I need to be selfish now. Now I'm out here by the tiki bar. Well, he's following the Rich Paul, blueprint of I'm disgruntled, I'm ready to go, and that's that. So they say, oh, it was just a misunderstanding. Speaking with the press after he, put on the explosion and they wanted to talk to him, and he was just like, get off me. I don't want to talk to anybody. Then they told him that's not a good look. You can't do that. I know you're frustrated, but you can't do that. These are NBA things you got to do. So, well, see, he comes from a losing team. When he played on the Timberwolves, they were not playoff contention. So nobody cared what Zach did. Zach can go out there and light it up one night, get 35. The next night he got 12 or 15. Then he can have 40 one night, and then another night he's got like 18. It's just the Zach Lavine roller coaster. He's gonna get a bunch of points one game and ball out, and they're gonna lose. They're gonna win 20 games or whatever, and be like, "Woo, what a year!" Right? They're gonna be hell of a season. 20 games. Woo! Can't get no better than this. Then they right back where they started. Right back where they started. Now, here's the big problem that other people are going to be faced with that's on the team. You're going to have a lot of adjustments to make because the teams that you're representing and the things that you're bringing into prominence, well, that's not our concern. Is what everybody else is going to say. Well, the Bulls, you got to communicate to play defense. The defense looked really good when they had Pat Beverly on the team. You know why? Because Pat Beverly was telling people where they should be. Pat Beverly was communicating with them. He wasn't afraid to talk to the higher brass of the team, which was DeRozan and Zach Lavine. You got two guys that don't want to be the leader. So Pat Bev stepped into the role. As soon as he came on the team, he was the leader. They was like, good. So you got two beta males trying to be alphas. And the press are trying to make them alphas. That's just not them. That's not what they're about. He need a coach with structure and business. Yeah, hit the like button, y'all. I know y'all just got here, but the super chat works. Super thing button works. Absolutely. I didn't see the Grizzlies name on the list, but yeah, there's teams that's interested. The Knicks are interested in acquiring Zach Lavine. The Brooklyn Nets wanted to get him. I think Jordan Poole might be out of Washington soon, sooner than everybody thinks. But that's a whole nother issue. So to see Jordan Poole get traded for Zach Lavine, you got probably a bigger headache coming to your team. Well, since I've been gone, I haven't been able to talk to my guy from the Bulls because he told me it's 95%. This is getting done. Like DeRozan's gone, Zach Lavine, like this is done. It's 99.5%. The Bulls want draft picks. If they get involved in anything, they're going to want draft picks because they want to use it as leverage to say, let's go. They're not happy with spending all this money and not going to the playoffs. Now, that can't happen. You got to at least get to the playoffs. If they're spending this kind of money on players, this is it. Do you need a full 30 games to tell you, Jordan Poole, you think Jordan Poole's going to turn it around? After you've seen Jordan Poole, you really think he's going to turn it around? The chemistry isn't there, bro. Everybody look at Washington as a stat game now. They're going to be, we playing Washington? Oh, yeah, stat night. Clay isn't having a bad start. Clay is done. He's at the point now where you got to start thinking, should Clay come off the bench? And this is going to be the hard reality of the Golden State Warriors. When they start reaching the point where the Splash Brothers are no longer splashing, and guys are playing too long, and not everybody can play 15 years. Not everybody can play that role. Clay is still a great spot-up shooter. But I know Clay's going to believe, hey, I'm still worth that money in that contract. And they're going to be like, no, you're not. It's funny how people diss people who are champions. I'm like, Golden State just won like 2 years ago. Why are you dissing them? I mean, like 2 years ago they won the NBA championship. But yes, it's about time for Clay to come off the bench. Yeah, but Iggy ain't getting Clay money. So yeah, it's easy to keep Iggy Dollar, but Klay Thompson, who's been one of the Splash Brothers, is still going to believe I should be starting in the NBA. This is going to be a whole different reality when that comes front and center, and it's coming front and center right now with the Warriors. Zach Lavine saying he wants to come to the Lakers. Of course he'll want to come to the Lakers. He's signed to Clutch Sports. Rich Paul is representing him. He's gonna say the Lakers, the Lakers, the Lakers, and he want him to keep saying the Lakers. He wants them. They're gonna put out the announcement saying he wants to go to the Lakers. He's not gonna say that because any other team could trade for him. Now, if you saying you just want to go to the Lakers are not looking to sign another $100 million player. Give them DeMar DeRozan, who's going to be available for the veteran minimum. So you got a guy that can do the same thing as Zach Lavine, but this guy shoots about 20, 30 free throws a night. He knows how to draw fouls, get people in the air, and try to get to the line. That's his game now. So if he's on the Lakers, oh man, they'll eat that up. That's what they need. Somebody who can slow the game down, half court, get in his pump fakes, getting people in the air, drawing fouls. That's what they need in LA. Somebody, they the Los Angeles free throw shooters. Zach Lavine play like, the ball is going to explode in 10 seconds if he don't get rid of it. He dribbled three times. He got to get rid of the ball. He can't hold on to the ball. What are he doing that for? So first things last. Now, as the record goes and shows, time in and time again, it shows us one of two things. There's always going to be a brighter side of the road. It's up to you to find out what that brighter side is. There's always a team that's not being mentioned that's going to be showing up. And guess what? When that team show up, you know what they're going to say? Whoa, what a surprise. This team came out of nowhere. They didn't come out of nowhere. They were already there, waiting to pounce. That's what they did. They were waiting to pounce, and they pounced. Billy Donovan does not know how to make adjustments. And he's a good coach. Very nice guy, very collegiate, but he doesn't have command of his ball club. They don't respect him. And when you got people that don't respect you on your team, you could see that. Pat Bev saw it. That's what he said. Like, man, that's a good dude, man. Like, he's a really good coach. Like, he's there to help you the whole nine. But these guys are so arrogant. Like, they know everything and you can't tell them nothing. And it's a lot of ego on the team, and they're not really listening to the coach. They're just doing what they want to do. Well, Donovan Mitchell is a free agent at the end of the year, and you know he ain't coming back to Cleveland. So the Cleveland Cavaliers have no choice but to get rid of Donovan Mitchell before the trade deadline. So other teams know this. Well, if you're a good general manager, you know this. He would love to play for the Knicks. He was supposed to play for the Knicks. And a Donovan Mitchell Barrett trade is definitely in the works. Barrett has played well this season for the New York Knicks, but don't be surprised to see that still back on the table. The Bulls need to clean house. I agree. He's a better player than LeBron, so he probably is a better Cav than LeBron. Who knows? He didn't take him as far. Well, he had an NBA backing him up either. So if the league was behind him, then yeah, he definitely would be. I mean, Kyrie Irving's a better Cav to me than LeBron because they were better players. I might be able to do that tomorrow. We got family and everybody coming over. You know, it's the holidays, so I might be able to do that one. Kobe, to say it surprised me when they got Kobe White is an understatement. See, DeMar DeRozan is the one that really wants out of the Chicago Bulls. So without DeMar DeRozan, it's going to be Zach LaVine's team. He wants to go to the Lakers more than Zach LaVine ever wanted to go. Zach LaVine was fine right here in Chicago, actually. No, Daryl Morley has put out 4 to 5 different. He put out 4 to 5 different calls, and the whole sheets are different. So when you got 4 to 5 different sheets uh, materializing, like trade offer sheets and directions they're going, Daryl Morley's been quiet. He's up to something. As I told you, this is the narrative. This is the reality. The Chicago Bulls are a very stupid team. You have Vooch, who should have been traded. He's a guy that don't want to be a big man. He want to stay on the box and shoot threes. This team should never be getting out rebounded. Vooch gets lazy and he gets frustrated. He could be inside getting buckets galore, but he likes to go to the three-point line and shoot threes all night. Then he plays with a bunch of people who are insecure and want to take shots. And Zach feel like if he don't get the ball a couple of times, he's just going to take it upon himself to start firing up shots because they're not finding him in rhythm. So it's mostly ISO basketball, no ball movement, nobody cutting, no back picks, no nothing, no middle out, nothing. It's just basic. Easy to defend, catch and shoot threes like they the Lakers. And I'm like, do you see the Lakers winning with this? No. They don't want to trade Caruso. Caruso is a crowd-pleasing favorite. They don't want to trade Caruso. They feel they need to trade Caruso because they're going to blow this whole team up and start from scratch. Get some more draft picks and let's build over again. Why not? You see, this is what other teams should do. Why am I going to continuously pay you hundreds of millions of dollars to not go to the playoffs? That's dumb. I can have an all-rookie team and not go to the playoffs. Why am I paying max contracts for this? Now, if Caruso go down, and I mean, not Caruso, let's say AD go down, LeBron go down, that's your season. You put all your faith into this 39-year-old dinosaur to be the face of your team. Oh, the West All-Stars, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Luka Doncic. Who else you got? Joker, Steph Curry. That's your five. That's your starting five in the Western All-Star. Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Joker, Luka, Curry. There is no need for a vote. That's who they're going to put in there. It's not like they used the votes. It's not like they used the votes to determine who goes to the All-Star game and who doesn't. If this thing went on votes, there were so many people that would have started the All-Star game that wasn't even being selected to go. Jeremy Lin one year had more votes than a starter in the All-Star game, and those votes are probably still swimming in the river right now as we speak, somewhere in the Pacific Ocean, is Jeremy Lin votes. Yeah, they couldn't believe it. Everybody was going for Linsanity. Well, the Asian market came out and was voting, and they were voting for Jeremy Lin. And it was like all these pouring in votes for Jeremy Lin. Jeremy Lin was like second in votes. Did you see Jeremy Lin in the All-Star game? Like at all. But that'll be an NBA dirty secret they can sweep under the rug. Now back to Zach Lavine, he's frustrated. You know, when you're being lied to by the organization, when you just want a direct answer, and guys are avoiding telling you anything, the general manager of the team is not really communicating with you, and you're just being told everything's all right, everything's all right. Here's the problem with Jay Nivey. Jay Nivey's having an adjustment problem. He's having an adjustment to structured basketball. He's great in transition, but the other part of his game he has to develop. And this is what happened when you have a bunch of first year and second year players on your team, and that is the majority of your team. Your veteran is like 25. You know, this is where your problems lie. The lack of maturity on the team. LeBron has a left calf contusion. He tried to say Kevin Durant kicked me in the back of the leg. That's not what happened. He strained his leg running, trying to go for a chase down block, and he strained his leg, and then he kept playing, and he had to keep running sprints. Then once he was hit, when he came down or whatever, this is what happened. He started grabbing it because he started feeling the burn. It's a bruise, so it's not gonna have time to heal because every time LeBron takes off, he's pushing off that left leg. So he's gonna be dead with no energy if they continue with this process. What do I think of Shaquille O'Neal? Um, Not really into that. How many of y'all are on the Patreon? That's what matters. Yeah, a lot of attention when I revealed rather the Will Smith and Jada Pinkett murder that they did and uh, allegedly pulled off. When Jada sold her soul and she talks about it, that's not a voiceover, that's not AI, that is Jada Pinkett Smith's voice. That's her saying all that activity about what happened on the Patreon. So a lot of people's like, that I can't believe that she would say it like that. Like, they really can investigate this. Hey, they're not going to investigate it. What's done is done. Okay? It's what they did after the murder was done. That was the weirdest part that she admitted to. Who does that? That's just crazy. So that's on the Patreon right now, shocking everybody's minds. Now we're gonna teach you guys how to buy a brand. We're gonna do that on the Patreon today. We're gonna do it for all the tiers so you guys can hear it. Um, yeah, we've been going hard on Hassan on the Patreon. Yeah, Butt Boy. Yeah, he's been getting blasted. What do I see in the future for what? I don't really see too much going on. Just for a few days, a few hours, yeah, it's not a problem. I don't really have too much to think about in that notion, but no, I don't. Yeah. Where do I see the Bulls? I see the Bulls bottoming out. A lot of the teams that were smaller are actually better, so it's harder. It takes a lot of work to cheat these teams, and I stay away from the in tournament games. I don't like the in league games. They irritate me. King, we always do business stuff on there. If you're in the search engine, you just type in business, and it'll bring up all the business stuff we've done on the Patreon. It's a search bar right there. You just type in a keyword, and it brings up what you want. I was just giving away free game the other day, telling people about gas stations, how to purchase one. Um, we talked about, well, we talked about yesterday healthcare. Those two were free on One Crack News. We did that for free. Yeah, Mac Mizzle saw that one. Oh, dude was yeah. I saved a brother today here in Florida. I got to come here and save lives. That's what I do. Cause the police was definitely finna kill homie. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the brands. That's later on tonight. Yeah, these games just kicked off. This is the part that sucks about Florida. I can't bet online. There's no online betting allowed in Florida. It's heartbreaking. Blame James. Yeah, that's what I need to blame. Need to blame somebody. Chicago Bulls are gonna give it a go before the trade deadline. They're gonna start blowing this thing up. Like I just got blown up right there. They're gonna blow this thing up. Yes, they just got approved for online gambling. Florida is the most behind state ever. Like they behind in everything. Nope, no online gambling for games in Florida. So I'm sitting there dying, trying to find a way to gamble. I'm sitting here with all these games. I was winning all this stuff on bets I made before I left. All my bets I made in the past was hitting. Then last night I hit every game I picked, and I'm just like, I gotta stop looking at the sheets because I can't bet, and it's making me sick. Mississippi, Alabama, you can't do it there. There's no gambling in Alabama. You gotta cross the Georgia state line. They don't even have a lottery. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. Shouts out to Ticket TV, Dreamers Pro, Kwame Brown, Bus Life, Jag Sports with Jose Rodriguez, and we are out the door at 4.